Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Laterns, where we are playing more Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we continued the MSQ, where we had a talk with Varys Galvus. Or is it Varys? Whatever, anyway, just Varys. The Emperor himself. We also went into the field of battle, because there's definitely war now. And we have also now lost our final Scion to whatever is being called the Call. Let us continue. So the Guardians have been righted, have they? Well done. Though this exchange was no more than a test of our strength, like as not, they won't be taking any chances now that the Emperor has joined the fray. They want to take their time, whittle down our defenses. Still, with your help, and that of our eastern allies, we passed the first test. The line is unbroken. As for Alide, well, she's in good hands over at the infirmary. My lord, the chirurgeons have completed their examination of Mrs. Alide, and it is as we feared. She is locked in a slumber without any outward cause. Just like the others. Damn it all. Aye, the Guardians picked a fine time to come knocking. 5 Scions incapacitated, and with the enemy on our doorstep, I cannot spare the men to assist in the search for a cure. And the best I can do is see to it that Alide is escorted safely back to the Rising Stones. You, Giri, and I would return to our encampment. The main contingent of our forces from the Far East is under sail, and I must be made ready for their arrival. I'll not keep you then. Judging by the Guardians' recent movements, or lack thereof, they won't be launching another offensive in the immediate future. You should return to the Rising Stones. Given the plight of your fellow Scions, I can understand if you feel on edge, but you will be no good to anyone without rest. Nope, I want to go and teleport to the Rising Stones. Take a tons of salt. There's more salt quest lines? Well, we will do that later. Although, actually, I have an idea about when I can do this. No, Lynn, welcome home. What is it you and Mrs. Alide gave the Guardians quite a thrashing? Speaking of whom, where is Mrs. Alide? I was certain she would have returned by now. By the 12th. Not her too. Akira and I will ready the infirmary for arrival. We will also need to send a message to Tataru post-haste. Would that I had something other than grim tidings to share with her. And with you too, for that matter. It grieves me to report that the Archon's condition remains unchanged. As we speak, Coltonet Kryl and Master Matoya continue to explore every possible avenue. Alas, their efforts have yet to bear fruit. But all is not lost. You're still hale and whole, after all. Though I suspect you must be tired from your journey. You should rest, my friend. Leave the worrying to us, for the time being, at least. Alright, so this would normally be where there would be a break until I think 4.55. Yes? There's more cutscene scenes? Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, at the port of Armiga, which means that we're gonna go and do that salt quest before we continue. I forgot that there was kind of like a break in between. Yep, and that is, by the way, where the story leaves off until 4.5 happens. Just FYI, or like before like the final patch, like a couple of months before the expansion. The new expansion, yeah. They really just did that. Moment of your time, Lynn. A merchant who brought me a goodly shipment of salt. Akot left a message on the off chance you were passing through the toll. The salty traits in his Girabanian, you see. Quality stuff from the locks, with every gill. Let me tell you. I'm told that the little operation they've got going there is doing quite well. Quite well indeed. And that you played a major part in making it possible. It goes without saying that the returned refugees have benefited greatly from the arrangement. Not just them, though. Seems that there are newfound opportunities to be had for those still in Ul'dah, too. By the onion, in my ramblings, I almost forgot why I called you over. The message from Akot. Apologies. I asked that you come and see him in Stone's Throw, should you have the time to spare. Right. That is very peculiar. Who is this person? I feel like I should know this person, but I don't. Also, I have an idea, actually. After we've done this quest, I'm gonna just teleport. I'm just gonna port around a little bit, around everywhere in the game, like literally every area in the game, to see if there's any other quests that have appeared at this point. Because now, if there's anything that would appear, it would appear now. Is basically what it comes down to. Because there's not much else left in Stormblood. And if I finish the patches, then there will be a like Shadowbringer's quest unlocking, basically, or beginning quest for certain things. I think I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, well, albeit you came, Linda there, the savior of the Saltery. It is a tremendous honor, miss, and that is no exaggeration. I don't know if you realize, but you're instrumental in bringing stability and prosperity to so many lives. It may be a joint enterprise carried under the auspices of the Sultanate and of the Sultana and Lord Lorito, but we all know who got them in the same room. And besides, even if I wanted to thank them directly, there's not a snowball's chance in the 7th hell I'd ever be able to. But I'm not the only one grateful for your intervention. You see, all the salt exported from the lock is brought here and afterwards shipped to every corner of Eorzea. It's a massive new industry that requires a considerable amount of labor. Take a look around and you'll see how much the lives of the refugees have changed as a result. Steady work means steady pay for folks who had good options before. They in turn can spend had few options, sorry. They in turn can spend their newfound wealth on goods and services provided by their fellow refugees. Everyone profits when Gil moves to the local community like this. No one needs to hoard resources because they know more's on the way. You can see a real difference here in Stone's Throw and outside the walls, and in Pearl Lane too. Don't you believe me? Don't believe me? Go and see for yourself. Let's speak with the refugees in Pearl Lane. If I knew that these quests would happen, I would, you know, I would definitely have done this earlier, but I don't. I don't really look up anything either. In terms of like, oh, which quests appear during certain patches or God knows what. I also like the surprise to a certain degree. Well, admit there was a time when I'd sooner spat in the guardsman's eye than take Lodorito's gill. But times are changing, and we've got to change with him. No, only Thal can say what tomorrow holds. But today I've got coin in my pocket and a song on my lips. And a bleeding heavy crate in my arms. Bugger me. I finally saved up enough to open my own stall, though I want to make sure I have a solid plan before I do. My friend here has been kind enough to offer me some guidance. Just you wait, I'll have shops all throughout the Eorzea one day. A long time, soldier. Remember you when you came here once upon a time, back when Telegia was trying to play us all for fools. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Just the other day, an East Aldnard man came around and offered me a job. Not as a salt porter, though. As a guard for a bloody bank. So same bank holding Telegia's fortune that Lorito so generously gifted to the House of Ul following the bastard's death. Gesture of reconciliation to smooth over the tensions between the royalists and the monetarists. As if the two were ever truly at odds. The Sultanate is content to let Lorito manage the estate, as long as they get their cut. Bah, it's smoke and mirrors, don't you see? Perfumed gentry carving up the corpse of a fool who couldn't play the great game, all the while the rest of us trudge on, fighting over scraps for the master's table. And the moneylenders, the banks, they're a part of the same rotten system, chewing up the poor and hapless with convoluted contracts full of traps. Every man on this street can tell you a story about a friend saddled with debt, forced to work day and night until they fell ill and died, The city eats people. Soldiers chews them up and spits them right out. So I told that bank man to piss off. Bloody fool. What in the seven hells was he thinking? Coming down here and offering me a job, as if I don't know a poison chalice when I see one. Would that everyone were so perceptive? Ah. Oh, we met before? Something about you seems familiar. That'd be Lolorito of the Syndicate. Huh, well, aren't we a long way from home? I will not deny that you have caused to distrust our offer of employment. Under Adelage's management, the bank was less than charitable in its treatment of its staff. Contrary to his public support of the refugee cause, he aggressively pursued cost-cutting measures which led to unconscionably long shifts and drastically reduced wages. Consequently, quality of service was much reduced, as was the reputation of his business. He was a short-sighted imbecile, and I am not. But I am not. Neither the Sultana nor I would see his policies perpetuated, and intend to offer rather more equitable terms, increased compensation, periods of rest, and so forth. You'll forgive me if I don't blindly trust a man they say spews guilt from his backside 3 times a day. And even if your every word is true, not about to believe you're offering all that out of the kindness of your heart. No, certainly not. Nor would I expect a man such as you, one who thinks 5 steps ahead out of necessity to think otherwise. Simply put, I need you and your people to trust me. This is far bigger than the bank or the saltery or any single endeavor. Nay, it is about every single venture associated with the Mirage Trust, which your people rightfully regard with caution. If they are to grow and prosper, it will only be with support of our Alamegan residents. You're a leader in your community, Lambert, a man who commands respect and loyalty when he speaks. If you vouch for us, then others will listen. I trust that answers your question as to why I would descend from my golden chamber pot to come and see you in person. More or less, I. You want me to take your gill, so others will go, so others will too. That was then, and this is now, So save the chairman himself. But it ain't that simple, is it? You can't promise folks that stars and the stars and expect them to take you at their word. I want it in writing, for me and mine both. Contracts, legal and binding. And we want a seat at the table, representation for our collective interest. Alamegans united in common cause, bargaining as one. Interesting. In principle, I have no objections. You shall be joining us at the bank then. I reckon he thinks he's got his hooks on me. Well, we'll see about that. Even if he gives us everything we demand, I know we'll try to undermine and divide us. Wouldn't be surprised if he succeeded, too. But at least we'll have a fighting chance. I will play his game, for now. Work our way into positions of power and necessity, so when the time comes to remind him who needs who, we'll be ready to extract some real concessions. Just you wait. Still think that Lord Rito, like, as a Lalfell, looks freaking awesome without his mask. The eyes and the stash really do wonders for that guy. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to be right back, as I'm going to scour the world for any remaining side quests before we finish off Stormblood. Alright, after doing myself a little sweep of the entire world, didn't find any other side quests, so let us continue. Oh, Lynn, yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though, if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I'm afraid I've naught to report. Coltonet and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas. My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Elfino had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. Do not know who's speaking. Ah, Maxima. Mr. Celine, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange its words must sound coming from a Guardian's lips, but I speak them out of love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance, though I will surely be branded a traitor. I am content to bear that ignominy. 'Twill seem a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me the war's not what brought me all this way. Came to see Master Alfino. An acquaintance of Lynn and Alfino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company, if you will follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alfino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad. Pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Populares could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I travelled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. He awaits my return at North Silvertear, and I am certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time, that is. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you would not come. Sounds like I've been through the mill. You should have called me. I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most Guardians would say he's a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Populares, however, consider him a revolutionary, a man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an Imperial defector who thought to aid another Imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such a distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Raban that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Guy still lives? Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing that a gate is without its mask. I think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Ascians, did he? It was humbling at the Praetorium. One would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, I should be sure to tell him so. Commander Aldin also spoke of the Alliance meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Ascians? That is madness. The very notion is absurd, for fiber my being rails against it. And yet I see there's no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Ascians must be stopped to save my people, to save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not expect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted. Not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Sergia's Wall was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. I beg your pardons, I bear a message for the Warrior of Light. Commander Aldin requests your presence at Alliance headquarters in Alamego. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Ah, yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Time no doubt being of the essence. Could I tempt you to a ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Raban's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. You know, it's called teleporting. It's pretty fast. I swear, every time you board my airship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger, and every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious. Which, of course, is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible. Then, not even you. So please, take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you aren't among them, eh? Amogus. Commander Aldine is waiting, my lady. It would be best if you proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. You're here. Good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Guardian's movements. Upon speaking to Raban, you have several cutscenes in advance and a duty in between. Spoilers? Oh my god! It's like the shiny line that the freaking text told me.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald. In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos. Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they? Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight? Much obliged. Given the choice, I'd take you over 100 soldiers.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again? Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this? May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Hold your ground until the Warrior of Light arrives. We get to play as Hien. Eyesight, damage over time, heal 10, target. Okay, gap closer, and just normal combo. Let's. How long is this cooldown? 120 seconds. Hey yo. Want some private here? Let me just go and heal up before that. Wow, they all fucking. Okay. Nice. Some good old monk healing. Alright, over the sword, this is gonna knock us back. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck. I was wondering, like, should I go and get knocked into the ones that are gonna blow up first or not? Oofers. That's a lot of damage. This works still. I am a raider. I know how to do that stuff. I know how to do spacing, at least to a certain level. Alright. Should have been flicked. The dot. Behold a taste of true power. Okay. Go get him, Luce. Ooh, nice.
The weave of a shinobi's power.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
The art of my forebears.
Nice hit. Try me, bitch. More lightning. At least. We always go to the same place. It's like me and my tank. Oh. Art of the Swift. Eat shit, Signos dickbag.
Oh, fiend! Ah!
You get it! Magic? With a Garlean body? That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion? So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
Swords versus sorcery. Defeat Xenos Galus. Why is my fairy always gone? That's gonna triple cast Spark. That went fucking nothing to me. Flood of darkness. Oh, the darkness. Constant gravity. Art of the swim. Art of the sword. Really? Turd. Art of the storm, that's an AoE. Oh, exit first. That seems a little unnecessary. And then this attack again. That was a very loud sound. Pathetic. Embrace. Okay. Oh, it's just balls. Not the balls. And Art of the Sword, and this time I will not get fooled by this. Port of the Storm. I like the freaking lightning crack. That's a good lightning sound. Yeah. I like how he says that, but it's not really damaged me, like, at all, this entire fight. Constant gravity. Another triple. Seem to remember this fight being more difficult. Or maybe it was the Heian version that was more difficult. Anyway, I remember struggling with this when I played originally. But now it's just kind of meh. Couple of fake outs, sure. But that is it. Eat shit.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Please, I beseech you.
Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
At last, I found you. Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength. The battle is over, the danger past, but your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest. Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
You're awake. Thank heavens. Do you recall the confrontation with Xenos? You were the first to come to the aid of Mistress Lys and the others on the front line. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons. Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont. Estinian never was one for emotional farewells. Though Xenos bested all before him, the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court. This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times. Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you. Leave this fight to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, You are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
Just another cutscene? Yep. Well, this is the most unexpected surprise. Thought you confined to bed. Count Edmund. Or as people like to call him, Count Dripula. Which is pretty fucking good. But I heard that you had collapsed on the field of battle. I confess I feared the worst. With you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. As long as we have you, Mrs. Dallaire, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt here, even here in Ishgard. In anticipation of a need for reinforcements, Artorel will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength had returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lie ahead, that I have no doubt, but the light of hope shall ever guide our steps so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. Return to the Rising Star. Let me go and zoom in again.
The 12! I don't believe it! I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapsed like the others. What in heaven's name is going on? Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him?
Sounds like a bad pickup line when you're trying to score somebody who already is in a relationship.
If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize. You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me? So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Another cutscene? Yes. Meanwhile, in the evil lair. Oh lord.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. She will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
And here we are. At the end of Stormblood. Oh. Ooh. Forgot that there's lyrics to this song too. We get to see these beautiful fucking drawings. I love these drawings. I wish I could draw like this. It's so good. Man, people hating on Stormblood now. Meantime, I'm like, this peak. Especially the patches, I'm not gonna lie. The main story is fine, but the patches are awesome. Everything. From the first to the last patch. It's all just great. So, we're gonna be waiting for all the pictures to go past until like there's nothing new or interesting to see or listen to. Then we're gonna go and do one more thing, which is I'm gonna talk to the Wandering Mistle and unlock the extremes. And we are going to go and also go and watch the Shadowbringers trailer. Man, Yugiri. I've a weakness to female aura, and Yugiri is. Yes, please. Please. Fate to deliver unto me such a beautiful woman. And Gosetsu. What a Chad. Man. Feels kind of weird being here now. Well, it feels weird every single time I finish an expansion in this playthrough because there's so fucking much. Even though we're not really done, mind you. I still have to do the extremes. Which will be uploaded after this. So this will basically be like the end of Stormblood, quote unquote. Oh, Yotsui is also such a awesome character. Anyway. We are going to be doing extremes in the next episode. Or next episodes. So I don't know how long it will take me. There will also be episodes regarding the Doman Enclave. And there will also be episodes regarding the custom deliveries. Still. So those will be released after this. When it comes to the Doman Enclave, depending on how everything lines up with the videos, we may just end up beginning Shadowbringers before having finished the Doman Enclave. Since the Doman Enclave will take me 3 months, and I don't have enough. Well, I may have enough. I have enough videos for like a part of it, but not all of it. So I will go and we'll see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes. We're going to listen to the ending of this beautiful song, which you only hear in the credits, by the way. There's no other place that they play this. Like Dragon Song and Answers, they play in fights, and this they don't play anywhere because Omega has its own like theme that it plays, and it doesn't play this, and Shinryu too. So, and Tsukiyomi too. My appreciation for music just keeps rising. Actually, like, just weirdly enough, like my appreciation for just artistry of any kind, be it in music, be it in drawing or storytelling, like, has been just increasing so much more and more and more, which is awesome, honestly. It's really cool. But music is definitely like a little higher than the rest, I would say. I think it's the same singer as Dragon Song, right? I don't know though. That is the thing that I'm bad at when it comes to music, which is remembering like artists specifically. I tend to remember like bands and music songs, but not particularly individual singers. Even though not everything is done yet, I do really, once again, hope that you enjoyed this large chunk of this even larger playthrough. It will still take years to finish. Well, to be up to date with. But I would also like to mention that I very much appreciate anybody who's still watching at this point, or who has started watching during Stormblood or at some point, just in general. Anybody who watches this, I appreciate a lot. And also, when it comes to the next expansion, it is for a lot of people their favorites, if not second to favorite expansion. So, buckle up, because the next expansion is indeed very good. I like all the expansions game, I like this game in general, but I'm not gonna deny that Shadowbringers and Endwalker 2 definitely hit a little different from the rest. So I'm curious to re-experience them. Now properly reading everything and experiencing it in a much more personal manner than I did before. And there it is. Now we just get... Oh, now we just get fucking... Wait a moment. Anyway, let's go and just leave that. You've already heard that one. Oh. Hello, Tataru. I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return, I made you this, a brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. But now's not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researcher of St. Cornac's find. You go and rest. You go and rest a while. While we. You go rest while we. Okay, while we track down that beacon. Once again, I'm struggling with the basic concept of reading, but that's fine. I've been recording a lot. It's warm. I'm a human. I'm not a voice actor. Oh. Dej.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
Ooh. I've not been in the crystal place since the graphics update. That's looking nice. I like how most of this episode just been me being like, Savoring it all. The crystal tower yet again. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. Any more cutscenes? No? Yes? Okay, there we go. Alright, and well, yeah. With this we get the title of A Requiem for Heroes. And now, we're gonna go to Kagane, and we're gonna go and talk to the Wandering Minstrel to just have a little talk about our experiences with the extremes. Unlock them, and then we'll be doing those in one of the upcoming episodes, if not just the upcoming episode, because it's probably gonna be easier for me to finish than Dome and Enclave. And then we're gonna watch the Shadowbringers trailer. Ah, something heroic comes this way. Talk about Tsukiyomi. Ah, and what matter of triumphant tale do you have for me today? Tsukiyomi, Lady of the Moon, thus in the mortal form of Yotsuyu, vengeful daughter of the Nayuri, did this primal find a willing host. I had heard stories of the acting viceroy's merciless rule, yet none ever mentioned the terrible childhood she endured. The outward face of history surrenders little of the turmoil which rages beneath its surface. She had but one chance to be reborn, only to have it snatched away, and in the void left behind, her cruelty bloomed anew. Yes, this is all the markings of a tragic tanka. Ah, forgive me, form of classical Hingan poetry I was but recently taught by the actors here. Goes without saying, I have yet to master it, so I will thank you for not laughing at my fumbling attempts. Neath the half-moon's glow, lily-white petals unfurl. Rooted in malice, the bloom drinks in the darkness and is swallowed by the night. The flower Yotsuyu planted was doomed to last but a single evening before its petals were scattered. Perhaps she wished only for a pretty bloom to adorn her final resting place. I do not mean to excuse her atrocities, but very few of us are born villains. Circumstances conspired to break her spirit even as she made her misguided choices. I only hope that in death her soul has shed the maddening shackles of vengeance. So we unlock the Minstrel's Ballad, Tsukiyomi's Pain. Right, Byakko. Byakko, you say, as in Byakko the Four Lords? He and his comrades featured prominently in the Tale of Tenzin, one of the 3 great plays that are performed regularly at the Muji Koza. As it so happens, I know the story quite well. As a student of fine arts, it was my duty to study it closely. I expect what you are about to tell me will be most enlightening indeed. Hidden beneath Hell's lid, a sanctuary for some, a prison for one. You spoke with the artists of Raisin Temple, and their leader was none other than Big Gembu of the Four Lords. Veritable character from the play come to life. Not that I would question the veracity of your account, of course. I made a comment on the incredible life you lead. And so it fell to you to quell the raging Aramitama of a legendary auspice. In battle? My word, to think you faced a legendary white tiger in battle. The Western Guardian, the bosom friend of the hero Tenzin. Yes, I feel a tanka coming on. Feared and forsaken, seeking death in solitude, saved by fellowship, snow-white harbinger of doom, become a beloved legend. You know, in the Tale of Tenzin, Byakko was likened to a god of war with near limitless power of destruction. Not to say that the Byakko you faced was a weakling, but the picture you paint is a rather less intimidating auspice, don't you think? The sort some might even be willing to cuddle, or at least reach out and rub the belly. But perhaps he has grown more reserved in his old age. Perhaps, in his troubled youth, he more closely resembled his portrayal in the legends. Come to think of it, you're not altogether different, you and him. Blessed or cursed with exceptional powers, defined by them in the eyes of many, brave souls that rose to the occasion. The Jade Stoa Extreme. Okay, Suzaku. And so it fell to you to quell the raging Ramitama of a legendary auspice in battle. Ah, Suzaku, the auspice whose fiery plumage was only eclipsed by her passion for her comrade, Tenzin. Yes, I feel a tanka coming on. As the setting sun, the fire of my broken heart, cast shadows of you, 1,000 years of moments we shared in a fleeting dream. No matter the culture or the era, tales of love and longing never cease to resonate with the soul, do they not? And in Suzaku's case, there is the added element of tragic irony, and being misjudged by all save one singular man. A man she could have saved if only he was wrong and the world right. A man whose fate she could have averted had she then the tremendous powers she only later came to possess. As moving a tale as it is, I weep to know that every word of it is true. And so it fell to you, yes, the same. Then he nearly succumbed to his primal rage willingly, out of a misguided desire to fulfill an ancient vow. Truly, this is the stuff of poetry, worthy material for a magnificent tanka. Corruption embraced, into my heart flow and fill, indigo river. Crimson black, with blood and ash, promises kept, vows fulfilled. I have heard many tales concerning Seiryu before, but your experience calls much of what I assumed true into question. Although his unrivaled powers as a sorcerer are as expected, he's generally described as a massive majestic dragon, rather unlike the serpentine being with which you claim to have treated. And his tale of him in his youth, his fledgling auspice mistaken for a guardian kami, it is the sort of story one might expect as a cautionary parable, not a tragic and unfortunate truth. It is not at all hard for me to imagine how he grew frustrated and angry following Tenzin's death, for not only was he deprived of a dear comrade, he was robbed of a chance to fulfill a sacred vow. It is good that you helped him to reclaim himself, for a tortured soul such as his could have easily trod the same path as a mad auspice Koryu. The Rita Snakes Extreme. Now we're Alright, my friends. Now we're going to do the awesome thing of logging out. My eyes! Yeah, this is a very, very shiny title screen of Dawntrail, which is much farther into the future. Let us take a look, my friends.
How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called the Warrior of Light. sayest thou, Master Matoya? We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone. If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Become what you must. Become the warrior of darkness.
Man, that trailer. Oh, the Shadowbringers trailer hits just different. It hits entirely different. Either way, after finishing up a couple of things in Stormblood still, a couple of side story stuff, we are going to begin what many people consider the best expansion, Shadowbringers. Goodbye.